What's up, guys? Grizz Wizard here.
And I'm Hera.
Coming back for another reaction to Rings of Power. This is episode 5. It's called Halls of Stone.
Halls of Stone.
Halls of Stone.
Okay, like halls, not like halls.
Like our friends over in Khazad-dûm.
Yeah.
Dwarves, who are having a pretty rough go of it right now. But they've come back with some Rings of Power, which maybe will now
Have those
help
rings
out
have been
down there.
for the dwarves have been forged?
Yeah, remember all the dwarf lords went and met in Eregion and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've been finished being made and they've been distributed yet, but like it's in motion.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's gonna solve the problem and then the whole money
and then create a whole bunch more.
A whole bunch more. Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
that's kind of the theme of these stories.
Yeah,
solutions creating more problems. You know.
Yeah.
That and like deception and manipulation.
The interaction between Durin and Durin
during the fourth and during the fifth, or during the third.
It was actually very emotional. I thought like
all of his scenes kind of have been like that. Actor is really good.
Yeah,
the actor is really good playing during the fourth.
Yeah, like, both of them are. I mean,
it's
I mean, I think
it's a really well acted show, kind of in general. I think so. We also got a really, I thought, very moving scene with the Harfoots.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And also with the Entwives and everything that happened with Theo and Arendir.
Yeah, that one was super moving too.
The music has been really on point, especially in the last episode.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more adventure to go. I don't know the total number of episodes this season, but we're on episode 5, so we're definitely making solid headway into the story here. I don't know how many more there are left.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's too many more.
But shout out to Nerd Chronic for editing this reaction for us and sneaking it past the forces of Mordor, the corporate lawyers of Mordor, most specifically. We appreciate it. Are you ready to dive in to episode 5?
I'm ready.
Halls of Stone.
Yes.
Then let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, the blue ring. Yeah. Oh, I had a blue ring and I could have worn it. I'm gonna wear the blue ring next time.
He's like, I'll wear the Glacier Freeze one. Super missed opportunity if Rings of Power isn't selling these rings as merch right now.
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me? I'd have a collection of dwarven rings on my shelf.
Jewelers are gonna be making engagement rings looking like these now.
Wow, they look huge from this perspective.
Having a little meeting and convening.
Do you think they made massive rings as well as regular sized ones like they did with Fellowship of the Ring for those forced perspective shots?
Yeah.
I want one of those. I want one of the big rings.
Something the matter, sire?
No. All is shortly to be well.
I like the Delve Master dwarf. He's like a goth dwarf.
Pickaxe.
He's always wearing all black.
Yeah.
I bet he listens to Depeche Mode. Real underground stuff.
What is it? Found some more, eh? Oh.
The ring is guiding him. It's guiding him to pockets of Mithril.
That's a foundation wall. Take it down.
Are you explaining Delvecraft to me?
Ooh.
This is where we are meant to dig. Now do as I say.
Dang, he got corrupted fast. His voice is already different even.
Give me your axe. Father. Axe!
Damn. Well, I mean, remember Thorin's grandfather in the Arkenstone in The Hobbit? How quickly he just, became obsessed with it?
Yeah.
Dwarves and pretty gems, they just have a thing for him, where they're susceptible to that, I think.
That's true, you're right.
Head. Shifts over! Go!
Everybody get out. We're taking out a foundation wall.
Don't tell me twice.
No, best not to start a panic. Just tell him to leave.
Oh my god, look
calmly.
at the cracks. Wow.
If this goes wrong, they're not going to trust their ring's guidance anymore. But if it goes well, then there's going to be no going back and they'll be blind to the ring.
Maybe he's trying to take the wall down on purpose to create more light. Wow.
Damn.
That's impressive that he did that just from hitting the wall from the side.
Wow.
Next time I order you to dig, you do so.
Like,
Could have just explained what you were thinking, dude.
That's not very dwarvish. You gotta be a stoic bastard till the end.
Pity those who dwell above, slaves to the sun. Chained to its ceaseless rhythm of waking and sleep.
That's true. You're not really constrained to day-night cycles when you live underground.
That's true, yeah.
They're like that crazy dude talking about how he has like 24-hour hours.
4 days in a day.
Yeah.
We bring the sun to us.
Hell yes.
It is daybreak once more in our mountain.
That's so cool, man. If I was a dwarf, I'd be so freaking proud right now.
I'm nervous. Like, I'm worried because, like...
Khazad-dûm!
He just punched a bunch of holes into a very precarious mountain and, like...
Yeah?
Yeah,
no,
I mean... Now, but...
And Disa clearly is also not on board.
We embark upon a new dream. To enshrine our friendship in stone.
He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it.
Oh my god, the chick was just like...
And he's just-
What was that?
that was friendship.
The doors of Durin.
The doors of Durin!
Yes, I knew we were going to see it when they showed us the...
That's such a
Moonglow.
cool... Oh, I didn't even think about it. Of course Moria needs the doors.
And guarded by a password known only to friends.
Remember what it was? Melon.
Oh, yeah.
Elvish
yeah.
word for friend.
Forgive me. I find it difficult to stay festive when those most affected by Mordor's rise are still suffering.
Mordor.
Rings for men.
Rings for men.
It is a game you play, is it not? Sowing seeds in others' minds and then convincing them that the fruit is of their own thought.
No.
This is a night for dwarves. Come, we shall speak of men tomorrow.
I would prefer to speak of them now.
Ooh.
Some edge to his voice now.
We cannot give rings to men.
Oh, come
The
on.
risk of corruption is simply too great. Whatever problems we might solve would be nothing against those we could create.
Yes,
He's not wrong.
I know.
there are always some who rise forth and shine. Eärendil, Tur, Beren, son of Barahir.
Baron, name drop.
Exactly what are you proposing?
We identify 9 ring bearers of the 9 greatest mortal kingdoms.
9.
It's a lot.
We will make 9.
Takes 9 men to do what 3 elves can do, and 6 dwarves.
7 dwarves.
7 dwarves. Is it really 7? Oh, God.
I know.
Let us not
The 7 dwarves.
tempt failure by allowing our reach to exceed our grasp.
This is gonna be terrible, man. We're gonna meet these like really kind-hearted, virtuous men, and then knowing that they're all gonna become ring wraiths.
I know, that's what I was thinking about. He called them ring bearers, and I was like, that's not what they're going to
Denied.
do later on.
You need not apologize. Very well.
God, his facial expressions are so good.
In the books, the 9 rings are given to mortal kings.
Yeah, that's what I was
They're
remembering.
not just virtuous men. They're like straight up kings. So either they find these virtuous men and then they each become a king,
Or
or
they
the
find
plan
9
changes and they decide to get kings instead, or they're changing the story right now.
The age of men is upon us, Father. Let us take it. Let us build the Numenor you have always seen in your mind's eye.
Once, when you were at her breast, your mother prophesied that you would come to ill ends.
My mother.
It's like I don't know what
That's
to
a
say to
weird
that.
thing to say.
What did she say?
Impress me in the task that I'm about to place upon you.
Clearly
And I
never
will
talks
tell
about
you,
the mom.
fail to do so, and I shall have to find other places to make use of you.
Whatever.
You're
He
threatening your own son,
just
man?
made that up just to make the son invested in the task.
Tell you, Farazan's a shifty dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a great beard, though.
Valandil tells me that in the old quarter, prayers ascend night and day for you. For their queen. Our queen. The Sea Guard is still loyal to you. Together we can fight.
You talking about fighting these people? Come on, man.
What did you see
Oh,
in the
yeah.
Palantir?
Big flash of blue, and then he got thrown backwards.
Yeah, that's all we saw.
Oh, did he see Isildur?
Riding from the city to... I know not where.
Then you did not see it.
What do you mean?
Not every battle must be fought to be won. Sometimes maintaining stillness of heart is the greatest victory of all, the greatest act of faith one can perform. That Palantir has shown me only our island's downfall. But when you touched it, that vision was gone. Changed to a new path.
Oh.
Addison's kingship is a part of that path, and so are you. You have asked for my command.
And that's what you're commanding?
Now it is given.
That might not be really what's the case, though.
It's not. It's super not. Pharazon's kingship is a path to what she was seeing.
Yeah.
He was just hinting at it. He was saying that, like, there's certain things that are out of our grasp. He's going to sail to the Grey Havens and demand to be let in, and in response, they're going to destroy Numenor.
Oh my god.
That's what's going to cause that tidal wave.
Anyone deemed loyal to the Queen Regent has been stripped of rank.
On whose
Damn.
authority?
On mine.
What?
Lord Belzegar wanted the lot of you charged with treason.
And yet overthrowing a queen has earned you a promotion.
How dare you reduce my grief to petty ambition? Ar-Pharazôn is your king. Accept it, father, I beg you. You are walking a treacherous path.
And yours is made of seawater. Take care to keep your feet beneath you. It's a long way to the bottom.
Damn. No love lost between these two now.
Yeah.
You know, Elendil, I love you. You're not a great dad. I'm just going to say that.
Captain leaving deck!
He's nobody's captain now.
I really hope someone punches that guy before the end of the season. Restraint. Don't do it.
He's right.
Yeah, which means you can do whatever the fuck you want now. You a free man.
Captain.
The Valar protects you. That's enough.
Thank you, Captain!
Thank you, Captain.
Valar bless you, Captain.
Well, sure, all these other guys have been stripped of their rank, too. Like,
They respect the hell out of him because they were there. They saw what happened.
Valandil, perhaps I can have you taken off the list.
You would do that for me.
You're one of my oldest friends.
I think you've made it clear enough who your friends are.
Seriously. I mean, Pharazon's son was able to play on her anti-elf prejudice that she clearly already had.
Yeah.
And then, like, she's vulnerable because of the grief about Isildur. He was able to, like, turn her, you know?
touch it. Touch it. Yeah, I mean, the way that Numenor is, like, geographically set, any tidal wave will just destroy everything.
Yeah.
As requested, the forge is dark, and the workshop is empty.
Yeah, but that's not the whole truth.
Your loyal servant, Lord Celebrimbor.
So this is him shutting down the forge.
Yeah, but he's omitting the fact that he just made 9 more rings.
Look at Celebrimbor, like, he totally... Not
he
Celebrimbor,
knows.
I meant,
Gilgalad.
Thank you.
She's got a cool outfit, too.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Whoa.
Oh, he's not getting fun visions on his ring.
Learning to hear the mountains, a gift from Aule, one that's honed and refined over a lifetime.
That's why she doesn't trust that the ring's able to just find him these pockets like this.
I think he knows a thing or two about wielding power.
That kind of power would test even the most virtuous of dwarves. I pray your father keeps his path true.
It's super corruptible, and she's wise to see that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
200 for a bloody rock.
It's a tuning crystal.
I blame the king's new law. For every coin spent, another goes to the crown.
Damn.
Ring tribute, he calls it.
Ring tribute.
50% tax on everything?
150?
So cool.
It's a pretty sweet rock that she got there. Oh!
Oh, his beard.
They're lucky that didn't break. You know that guy was not about to give her a refund.
I'm so sorry to begin your play.
Where's this headed? What's gonna happen? Oh my god, she's gonna find the Balrog down there, isn't she?
What is this?
How is this not a thing that you know about? You just wandered down a hallway and it turned into this?
I know.
It wasn't like it was hidden. Oh, that's cool. Look at how the water reacts to her voice.
There you go. Is it gonna come out of the water? Come down from the...
I can't imagine it's in the water. It's a fire-based thing, right?
Oh, there's like a...
Oh, God, look at that.
Drop. Oh, my God. It just rumbled back at her.
Something is singing back at her.
I have gathered you all here today because Middle-earth is changing. Some dark will threatens all our kingdoms. And rise together into a new age for our kind. With the help of a power that'll change everything. 7 rings. Power to shape the destinies of all dwarves forever. But it comes with a price.
What price?
Probably literally all their money.
Yeah, right. The ring tax.
Because it sounds like he's being hella greedy right now, yeah.
There is gold right beneath us.
Who set these restrictions?
Well, you did say it. Then strike them. But sir... Strike them, Guildmaster. Or I'll fight.
Did the ring come off his finger?
You took it off.
What is it? What have you done with it?
It's there, sire. You took it off.
The paranoia already setting in. Interesting.
The
elves don't seem super changed after wearing their rings, but the 7, the corruption's happening fast, and it's totally because you're right. Anatar put a little something special in the mix. We saw him do it.
Stop.
Is she okay?
There's something under the mines. Disa heard it herself. You mustn't dig.
You have your orders, Guildmaster.
God damn it.
Stone singers speak of hearing the mountain with this ring. I can see it. Every shaft, every oar, every jewel.
Apparently you don't see every Balrog.
Mm-hmm. What the F?
We were casting a new design for a ring. Dardania was attempting to resize it. Where is she?
Oh!
Look out!
Whoo!
Why was that up there?
They made us pay attention to that anvil earlier when they were hoisting it.
What happened?
You invented an invisibility ring.
Like this, but shrouded in mist and darkness.
That's what Frodo saw when he wore the ring.
At first I thought it was the forge, burning.
What was it?
It was tall.
Sauron's eye?
And its skin was made of flames.
Oh.
The Balrog.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been here among us all along.
You are with us now. Look around.
He's so much taller than her.
Mm-hmm.
All is well.
She said there was a tall person, so he has to come over and show how tall he is. Yeah.
We sought to fortify the alloy by adding more mithril.
No, no. If you'd wanted to do that, you should have...
It would save us immeasurable hours of toil if we would offer this one single word of counsel.
Damn, manipulated him into it. Put him on the spot in front of everyone.
Forgive me, my lord, but Durin the Younger has arrived from Khazad-dûm.
No, tell him to wait.
Something about the rings.
Ooh. Good timing.
I will see what he wants.
Bad timing.
No, don't send Anatar.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I will go.
That. That's what it looks like he's
I know.
doing.
He's like, all right, Anatar, see you later, bro. The homie of gifts.
Now, they tell me he refuses to share the other rings unless the Dwarf Lords promise him half a share of their minds. Now, greed is not his way. It never has been.
I know. He's never been greedy. He never came off as greedy.
No, he's always tried to ensure this, like, the future of his people.
Yeah.
We used the same process, Durin, the same materials, even the same tools as for the 3.
Then maybe
Actually,
the
no.
fault's in the ring maker.
The one thing different was Anatar was there.
That's
How much
true.
do you really know about this Anatar.
He wasn't really there for the forging of the three.
That's
Halbrand was there
right,
for that.
Right. But that means Sauron's been there the whole time.
Just hanging out, looking creepy. This actor's having so much fun.
It pains me to say. For what you saw, I did not wish for any of you to see, until I had helped him to heal.
Who?
Lord Celebrimbor.
Damn, he's gonna pin the darkness on him?
The toll that creation has exacted from him in crafting the 3 and the 7 has left him diminished.
What?
Promise me you'll speak to none other of it, including him.
I promise.
Damn, that's a pretty good manipulation.
So what did he convince? What?
He convinced. So she put the ring on, and she beheld a dark being in
Right.
the room with them, which we know is actually Anatar. But she's convincing him that that was Celebrimbor. It was like spiritual defenses have been lowered by how much he's been exerting himself, and so like for his sake, we can't say anything about this to
Gotcha.
anyone.
The souls of those we have lost yearn for peace. Tonight, we will help them to find it. Nasir.
Nasir.
Oh, nice, in a little shell.
I like how many Numenorian traditions are based on like the water
Mm-hmm.
and the sea and the ocean. What is this, like a mass arrest?
This shrine is condemned by order of the king.
Man, this fucking guy.
My son, this is the oldest shrine in Numenor.
It's in the way of the new aqueduct. Leave willingly or leave by force. The king sends his apologies.
You heard him, old man. Out!
Geis uhauden ifai aninili told Benad.
Give him the relic. Give it to him, boy.
Nice. He's gonna break it, isn't he? He's gonna pick it up and smash
If he
it.
does, he better punch him. Damn the consequences. This guy needs to get hit.
I don't know if you're aware, but I've been promoted to...
Yes! That's what you get. Talk shit, get hit, man.
Hold him.
Elendil is allowing himself to be held. He could take those guards out if he wanted to. Yes.
Nice. Seriously,
yes.
dude?
Ontimo, let's go.
I don't see you praying.
Really? You kind of missed the whole ceremony there.
Yeah, you interrupted the whole thing. Nice. He prayed to the Valar before kicking your ass.
Oh my god, they're gonna set this place on fire with all those candles.
Do it, dude. Just choke him out, throw him in the water.
I know.
Fuck
Gonna smash his head on the rock.
it. I was gonna say, I feel like this shrimpy dude's totally gonna pull out his sword.
You kidding me? Come on, dude. You have
Right,
to pull
Valandiel,
him
not
in with
Ontimo,
you.
other
You have to
guy.
just pull him in.
I swear to God, if he kills this dude right now,
Yeah. Now you deserve to be murdered.
seriously, I knew he'd go for the sword too. Dude, kick his ass.
Nice.
He's just gonna kick his ass anyway.
Break his arm.
Never been in a fight before.
Yeah!
Punk!
Oh!
That was great. That was satisfying.
He's not even gonna kill him.
Put it down!
That face.
He's like ready to do some killing.
Put it down, son.
Aw.
That's an order.
Oh, I called him son.
Listen to your captain.
Our captain.
No, I knew that was gonna happen. Dang it!
Motherfucker!
Fucking
Are you
bitch.
kidding me?
Elendil, you need to kill him now.
This guy's gotta super die.
Go snap his neck.
Come on, Elendil, you've got to avenge this death. Are you serious? You're gonna lose
Not
your son
okay.
and then your surrogate son right afterwards? God, this guy is just the worst.
Yeah, he is.
Inform the jailer. He was the one who started the uprising.
Sad.
There is something wrong with the Dwarven rings.
Or King Durin is misusing his ring and seeking to deflect blame.
No!
How do you misuse it?
As one who so masterfully manipulates metals, just be mindful someone is not manipulating you.
Oh, really?
Did you alter the Dwarven rings, yes or no?
Yes.
You're not going to get an honest answer from him.
You're not going to get a yes, but the answer is yes.
The big pause is enough.
We did.
What are you talking about?
When you handed it to me.
This time we brought deceit into the process.
Oh!
Deceit?
You lied. Your High King consented to the 3, but the 7 we forged beneath a cloak of deception. You must go to Lindon forthwith and confess the truth to your High King, or matters will worsen.
That's very convincing.
But
obviously that's not...
How would that undo the deceit that's already been put into the rings?
It wouldn't. I know. It's already... What's done is done.
Some devilry has gone into these rings.
I love that he
We
definitely did not believe
use them anymore.
Durin is the master of vibes. He can feel what's actually going on all the time.
I am proud of you. Your desire to partner with the elves has saved our kingdom.
Damn. And hearing that his father's proud of him is going to completely disarm anything valid that he was about to say. Because he's craved this his whole life. That's so not fair.
There wasn't even an apology first. He just went straight to him. I'm proud of you.
And that's all Durin has ever craved. So, it works.
Oh! Just like that?
Prince Durin.
I think the king truly believes this, but how much of this is here's some nice stuff, never bring up the rings critically again kind of thing, you know?
Durin, what did he say?
He's wearing it. Is this gonna break him up?
Swear to me that you will never wear
That's what I'm worried about too.
That's fair.
I swear it.
Do you think he's tall for a dwarf, or is she short for a dwarf?
I think they're both average height.
There's a big height difference between them.
The designs were carried out to the most exacting detail, my lord.
Were they?
Were they?
Every last hammer stroke done to perfection, or did hubris and sloth come together to dull your attention?
Oh my.
Damn, Kelly, what are you doing, man?
We must atone for our mistakes.
Our mistakes.
In the only way we can, completing the rings together.
And that's what he wanted all along.
New designs, new alloys, a new process.
The elves are like, Gilgalad called this meeting?
Right.
He's like, yeah, he absolutely did.
Yeah,
so pay attention.
He cares a lot about public art. Oh my gosh.
My friend, do not be discouraged.
Man, ain't nobody here your friend, Anatara.
Right? Master may seem...
I can't handle the gold filigree little crown thing,
It's
and
so
then the
good.
blacksmith apron.
It's so
it just
good.
is
he's fancy but
I
relatable,
know.
man.
That is simply because he knows how much
fancy
depends on
but
your
tough.
success. Yet I know you will not disappoint him.
He never wanted to be in this position.
Nope.
I do feel really bad for him, but also it's like, come on, man. He had such tunnel vision.
Shall we begin?
Oh, look at Brimbor. Is he even going to be a part of the 9?
I think he has to
he
be.
seems super broken over this. He seems like it.
He's never, on all the glorious works he's created, he's never been in a position where he has to redeem himself like this. And so it's probably
he's
extremely
only ever
stressful.
created perfection. We've watched him.
Oh. Nice. Oh, that's a great shot. Look at them all.
I love how they all hobble.
I know. The orc movement is its own skill.
Oh my gosh. They're so disgusting. I love it.
The Region. Oh shit, we're here. No. We're here. As soon as night falls, they're going to attack.
The orcs are not in Mordor. A legion of them are headed for Eregion. Galadriel was right. You must send the army to Eregion this moment.
Our armies cannot defeat both Adar and Sauron. Not alone.
Let's
You
go.
definitely won't be able to if you let
Let's
half
go.
your people fall. Like,
The elf stuff is real nice and pretty, but this is my team. Right here. I will never not root for the orcs. They're so cool.
whatever. You don't like getting dirty.
Numb butt.
Nice.
Yeah, Gloog. My man.
Woo!
We got an elf. Yeah, give her a stick.
Poke her
That's a
with
great
stick.
idea.
Oh. They're totally treating her like a wild animal. I love it.
Yeah, they are.
You couldn't get too close. You had to use a stick to open it. Stepping your bounds there, dude.
Her little mini knife.
Not as a prisoner.
That's pretty bold of you.
Sauron.
I mean, that is pretty valid, actually. God, if they team up, how cool would that be?
That doesn't make
I don't think it's...
Galadriel with the orcs?
With Adar versus Sauron.
I know.
I
I'm
mean,
just
they do
saying,
have...
with the orcs.
He's not wrong. They've got a common enemy.
Yeah.
And it's that freaking guy right there, Anatar. He's doing such a good job of
Yeah,
just
he
being
is.
like smug and like, oh.
Well, I want there
not
to be one
everything
more
as it
season and have
seems.
him become one more character, like just to see him be
Well,
more of a chameleon.
actually,
That'd
it
be
was
so
just
funny.
it was just announced like a week ago that Amazon has commissioned 5 seasons of this show.
Oh.
So if all goes according to plan, we're going to be getting 5 seasons of Rings of Power.
Okay.
Which makes me even more curious what else is going to
5
happen
different
because like
versions of Sauron.
we're already making those 9 right now. This season's probably going to end with the forging of the One Ring, right? It has to. I guess the One Ring is important enough that you could spend an entire season.
Maybe
like
that's-
season 3 could be all about the One Ring.
Yeah, that's what all of this is leading to with Celebrimbor. Like, obviously, that's how he has to solve it. He needs one ring that rules them all.
Right, but that ring, nobody knew about that ring. Sauron forged it by himself in secret in Mordor.
Oh, has it already been forged?
No, he forges it last.
Yeah, okay.
First they make the 3 for the elves, then they make 7 for the dwarves, then they make 9 for the mortal men. And there's a brief period of prosperity, and then Sauron goes off to Mordor, and then in secret he makes another ring, which is like a master ring that controls the other ones.
Boy.
And then everyone who has a ring on is now beholden to Sauron, and that's how he really quickly takes over. So, the last ring, chronologically, is the One Ring. So if we don't get it this season, I could see them devoting a whole season to it next season. But then we've still got 4 and 5. Like, what the hell all is going to happen? Are we going to lead right up to Fellowship of the Ring with Isildur cutting it off of Sauron's hand?
The fall, you know,
That would be
like
so
the
badass.
demise of
That-
Middle Earth, and
I really hope that's the route that we go because that would be awesome. I like this episode. I like the
It's
orc
intense.
stuff is getting better and better, and you could tell that we're like right around the corner from the Battle of Eregion now, the huge siege. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm really upset about Numenor.
Numenor
Like,
sucks these days.
what the
Are
hell?
you kidding me?
I did not
what's the
expect
kid's
that.
name?
Yeah.
What's that pencil neck
prince
fuck's
kid?
name?
Yeah.
The
he's
son of Pharazôn.
Yeah,
son
I
of
don't know.
Pharazôn.
Yeah.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, he's the
I
worst.
hate that guy. He's like the new Joffrey. He's our new fantasy
He's not
character
gonna last
that like
long. He's got a broken arm now, so.
I can't imagine anyone watched this episode and was like, "Yeah, that guy's cool." I feel like he's universally hated
No.
after this. Like, how can you not
He's
be?
just like. now
He's always been kind of like
constantly
I mean, he was kind of a little wimp last season too, but now he's like throwing his weight around and like he didn't go and fight in the war, but the rest of them did.
Yeah,
like, it's so
that
clear.
shit's crazy.
The difference in
It's like,
quality
y'all
between
weren't
these
there.
people.
Y'all weren't there.
Like
You didn't
he's
see
just
the
like
eruption
some.
of Mount Doom. Like,
He's just like some fuck, but like Aarion. Grieving for her brother, sure, but like turning your back on your dad. Your dad went through this too. He went through the same loss that you went through, and he was actually there. And she's like such disrespect.
Yeah, I don't
you
get
know,
her either.
she bought into Pharazôn's whole political
Why?
movement. Like I said, it's because she like has a little bit of anti-elf prejudice to begin with, and she was grieving and vulnerable, and the son was able to like get his hooks in her through that. You know, it was like, here's a way that you can make his death mean something and be part of something
I was
greater.
always trying to
And,
figure out what her role was going to be because she seems so out of place. And now
well,
I see-
she got accepted into the Builders Guild.
right, yeah,
And she was going to be a builder.
That's what I thought that was going to happen. And, so
And
what
now I'm
happened with
thinking
that?
she's going to build something terrible for Pharazôn. Because that's totally how the fall of Numenor comes about, is that, like, a bunch of fanatical Númenóreans basically make demands of the elves and say they demand to be led into the Grey Havens. And in response, it's not the elves that send the tidal wave, it's the gods.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Manwe. It's not Aule. Let me know in the comments which god it is that does this. But, like, soft spoilers, the gods get pissed at Númenor and wash Númenor away.
Yeah.
And I think that this is what's building to that. This, like, political movement right here is going to only come to bad things. And the fact that Miriel no longer sees that future in the Palantir, that's not confirmed. She just knows that Elendil doesn't see that in the Palantir.
Right. She hasn't looked in the Palantir.
Like, for all we know, every individual that touches the Palantir gets a unique vision of the future.
Yeah.
And she hasn't touched it since. So if she touches it again, she might just see the tidal wave again. Like, that's not confirmed. I feel like there's too much confidence in, oh yeah, that's how this magic works. We're good now.
I know.
It's like, you don't know
so
that.
quick to accept that. But I get it. Like, she's
kind of clinging to hope, though. She kind of has to accept something, or it's
blind, and her dad died, and she lost her entire reign, and like she has nothing now. She has nothing.
The roughest of rough ones.
And now she's just trying to accept defeat. You know, she's like, "This is the way it was meant to be," and it's like, "No, woman,
I don't
trust.
trust.
You gotta fight."
I don't trust that there's going to be a graceful transition of power. She's going to get jailed.
Yeah.
She's going to get made example of.
I was
like
surprised that she was
these
still
guys
up in
are
her
these guys
chambers
are
or whatever.
whipping up into a frenzy. It's going to be much more than just like, okay, you're the king now. Proceed. It's going to be like, and all my enemies must suffer kind of thing.
Yep.
Like, social reforms.
Everyone
tearing
whoever
down
slighted me.
tearing down places of worship to build the aqueduct. Like there's clearly like
That
some sort of
was
religious
messed
changeover too.
up.
They're like, we don't worship the old gods anymore.
I know they're breaking another relic. Oh my god.
It's like Númenorian like nationalism. That's what it feels like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not going to end well. Especially considering that all the prosperity Númenorians have were given to them by the elves as a reward for helping the elves. You don't think that those same powers can take that stuff away?
Right,
Like,
right.
It's the arrogance of man. And this is really underscoring, Celebrimbor's whole point. You want to give these fuckers magic rings? Like, these are...
I know.
The Númenorians
They
are
don't
supposed to be the
deserve it.
best of men. These are supposed to be like the highest example of what man can do.
Yeah.
And look at how much they're screwing up
Farazan
on
is
this island. You want to
definitely
give Farazan a magic ring? Like, I totally get Celebrimbor's reservations.
Mhm.
Like, as a man, I wouldn't give me a magic
I
ring.
don't like that they're like, they
I
need
wouldn't
9
give
of
me
them.
one.
3 elves.
You've got a magic
9
ring, but you're an
humans?
elf. So that's okay. I don't have a magic ring because I can't handle it because I'm a man.
Yes.
It's just science.
Yes.
It's just
being,
science.
Being an elf and a woman, just gives you that power.
You've got the combo. You've got the combo.
I didn't have a lot of favorites this episode. There were
Really?
a lot of disappointing moments, like what's his face getting stabbed, and
Yeah, that
like,
was-
the son
hated
and
that.
Farazan or whatever his name is, and like that little moment where he's talking about his mom, like that was like weird. And
Yeah,
then,
this Númenor story is not good for either of our blood pressure. It's going to be really frustrating for a minute there.
so, but it's
Some of the blame does go to Elendil. He is not like parenting super well right now. I know he's sad that his son's gone, but like
children are adults, so like
yeah, but when she like stepped to him in the marketplace, there was no understanding, trying to teach, trying to have a perspective. He was just like, yeah, well, fuck you too.
it was too
and stormed
late.
away. I know.
It was
I
too
know, but
late,
I have
and
to
he
believe
didn't
that,
know until that moment that it was too late.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That makes sense that was his realization.
He could not
but,
have done anything up until that point, and once he realized,
But
it was
again,
too late,
isn't
he's
that
lost
kind of
his daughter.
Isn't that kind of on him to not realize that until it was too late? He wasn't in a position to make a positive change
he's
if he'd realized that
single-parented and
earlier.
clearly like didn't do right by the daughter like fully because he he cared for her or whatever, but like she was clearly second in a way.
And, well, I mean, like I feel like the loss of Isildur is really what fractured the relationship. And if Isildur was still there, I feel like we never saw their dynamic before the start of the show, but I feel like
Not
Isildur
much,
always
yeah.
kind
I
of
think it's, like,
ran.
one scene of
He
their
always
dynamic.
kind of ran interference between the two of them. Like,
They
and so
didn't really
now
have
that-
a relationship
Now
together
that
without
he's gone,
Isildur.
there's no one to stop Aarion and Elendil from just like being at each other's throats. I
Yeah.
guess. And it's just sad,
Well, so Elendil is now in prison. He's being jailed.
right?
And I feel like that wasn't originally necessarily his plan, but it could be a place of opportunity, because now he's
Yes.
in and he's near.
It's the
and he
I
could.
mean, well,
he could
it's the
escape
classic trope. It's like, okay, we've put all of the prisoners in one place,
Yeah.
and so now he can kind of get everybody on board into
Yeah.
a single plan, and they
Yeah.
can try and take back over. But I think their efforts are going to fail. I think Farazan is destined to rule Númenor and lead it to ruin. I think that's where the story goes. Because there's no Numenor by the time of Lord of the Rings. Like, and we are...
And Isildur never makes it back to Numenor.
I don't know that that's true.
Okay.
I don't know that that's true, but I do know that he
becomes
a king in Middle Earth, and Elendil returns to Middle Earth and rules before he does.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Remember
Okay.
the Fellowship of the Ring starts off with a huge flashback of like Elendil and his
Yeah,
father.
I know. Yeah.
So Elendil's fighting Sauron too.
Yeah, I know.
Elendil gets killed right before Isildur cuts the ring off of him.
Okay.
Yeah. Elendil's the old man who dies, and then Isildur takes up Elendil's sword, uses it to cut Sauron. So they're both gonna be there.
Okay.
So they're both gonna survive the fall of Numenor, and they're both gonna be there in that last battle.
I wonder if Isildur makes it back to Numenor, because it kind of feels like he won't.
I get that vibe too. I feel like he's never gonna see his home again,
Yeah.
especially with how much
And
he talks about it.
Elendil's gonna have to escape. You know, he's gonna have to flee.
I mean, it's not even. He's gonna have to survive Numenor.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if, like, is he even going to get a jailbreak? Or is the fall of Numenor itself going to be what releases him from jail? Like, the jail literally gets washed into the ocean and he swims away. Like,
I don't think he'll survive if that's the case. He has to be able to get out before the tidal wave hits. Like, he has to.
I mean, it's all, like, now that I'm thinking about it, it's all blending together, and they've been laying down, like, the sea is always right.
Mm-hmm.
That's his takeaway. So if Numenor gets washed away, he's going to be like, that was meant to happen.
Yeah, well,
the sea is always right.
you know?
The sea decided that Numenor is no more. So, yeah, it's going to be harrowing when it happens, and I think that we're either going to culminate this season with it, or it's going to be next season's plot.
They got to build up a little bit more.
I mean, Pharazôn's taking power pretty quickly.
But it's gotta get to the point where, like what you're describing, where they go to the gates, and that's not gonna get to that in this season. There's too much to lead up to something like that.
I think this season will end with Pharazôn's fleet of ships sailing out from Numenor.
Maybe.
And
then
like,
maybe the start of
next season will start with him like demanding the fall of Numenor, and then Elendil's escape.
Yeah, and then the aftermath of all that. That makes sense. Yeah.
But when Elendil and Isildur are reunited, it's gonna be really, really like bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because both of their lives have been destroyed by the presumed loss of the other. You know.
Yeah.
Isildur thinks his dad is dead. No, he doesn't. He thinks his dad left him.
Yeah.
He thinks his dad left him behind.
Somebody told him that his dad looked for him at length and that he didn't want to go. Somebody did say something to him about that.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
So he does know that at least, but like it's not going to do anything to
didn't
repair the hurt that they've been like separated.
Yeah, just
for
a
so
separation. Yeah. It's sad. I mean, they're all that they have. They're their only family.
It feels a little silly. It feels a little like not stupid, but like definitely silly. The storyline of like Galadriel potentially teaming up with Adar to take on Sauron, but I kind of love it. That's kind of awesome.
Suddenly becomes this like buddy show.
especially if Glug gets to like be part of it and pick up some skills from Galadriel. You know, like he knows how to bake Elvish bread by the end of the little siege or something. Some sort of skill he could pass on to his youngling that he's raising back in the orc camp.
My gosh,
his wife, his little wife and baby. I love it. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been our reaction to the Rings of Power, Season 2, Episode 5, The Halls of Stone. With a misleading title like that, I really thought we were going to get a Balrog this episode. But like, my brain is going at a faster pace than the show is willing to tell us the story. So I need to just sort of like slow down, let them give us what they're going to give us.
There were plenty of Halls of Stone. I mean,
there were plenty of Halls of Stone, but when I think of like something they delved too greedily and too deep and awoke in the Balrog, that's what makes me think of.
Yeah, but that's not the halls. That's the depths.
No, and it's not a criticism I can level against the show. They're like, oh, they didn't show me something I wanted, because that's my own expectation that I sort of placed on it based on the title.
Plus, that's like so like the MO of Lord of the Rings and everything, like with Gollum in the first movie, and like only getting a little snippet of him. You know, like they want us to get a taste, to be teased.
I love that shot, by the way, where he's like hiding behind the chain.
Yeah.
I love that shot because the CG model was not finished.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you like take that screenshot and like turn the contrast up so you can see it better, like you can see it's like a weird, goofy, low res.
Yeah,
like it's not quite Gollum yet. It's very. It's kind of interesting. They had that level of confidence in the technology. They were like, we haven't quite dialed in what he's going to look like yet, but we can show you like his blurry eye through a chain. No problem. It was pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our reaction. This has been edited by Nerd Chronic to comply with fair use, which means you're not getting the full reaction here on YouTube. If you want to check out the full-length uncut version of this reaction, it's available on Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video to the Patreon page where you can get full-length reactions, early access to a couple of them, and you can support the channel, which means you get more reactions faster. Thanks again, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya!